Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, Global. We just got the August producer's letter for Global, and, I mean, this is the bombshell of bombshells. I mean, just, UI Goku is coming to Global right now. They gave us a lot of info on how the sync is going to be handled. We aren't sure yet where Master Roshi, we aren't sure where Jiren is coming in, and we aren't sure about Cell Max. Those three characters are still uncertain. Cell Max, Jiren, and Master Roshi. But UI Goku and Toppo are coming out. Now, Toppo should be coming out on the 12th. I think it's possible that they drop this basically just to bait people, and then they are like, oh yeah, by the way, UI Goku is actually who we're showing. But Toppo should be coming out on the 12th. I think we have this right here. Jiren, 17 and Golden Frieza, and Team Universe 7 all come out on the 8th. So I am expecting we will see UI Goku. We don't need that. That's Japanese info. I'm thinking we will see UI Goku sometime, but like over the next week. I don't think UI Goku's coming in days. He's showing up very soon. And then Toppo should be on the 12th. So obviously that's going to be very big. I know a lot of global players are going to be wondering, how can I summon on this? I have no stones. There's nothing. I'm sure that is, purposeful by Dokkan. They want people to buy stones. But I'm sure that there will be a lot of events. They're probably going to bring up all of the Tanabata events are probably going to be brought right up. So Global is going to be able to have the opportunity to grind up all the events from Tanabata, which is a huge amount, right? I'm sure a lot of EX missions, these EZAs will drop. There will be many places to get stones. I do think so. But they probably might also do like tickets or special discounts or something. But I'm going to assume that basically the Tanabata campaign is going to start like right now. So Global is finishing the 9th anniversary, right? So right here, they mention it, that the 9th anniversary is finishing, but they're going to drop a second campaign to run parallel along with it, right? So, again, I would assume this is going to be a lot of the Tanabata stuff. I mean, I don't know about it. Maybe it's possible that this Tanabata banner might not even come to Global, this one. And it's not the biggest deal ever, because Global typically gets the return of the anniversary LRs on Christmas, is typically where Global gets it. But upcoming, Global is going to be sharing the 10th anniversary along with JP. So Global will be able to get, I'm sure Beast Gohan and Broly will be on those anniversary banners. So I would say chances are good that the return of Broly and Beast Gohan and Gogeta and the Gammas would probably just be the 10th anniversary in January and February for Global, is what I'll assume. And this banner just might not come at all, is what I'm going to guess. I mean, but again, I can't be 100% sure. So, unlike the usual anniversary campaign, another campaign is going to be held at the same time as the anniversary campaign finishing up. Because remember, the Cell Max Stage 2 event, as well as Red Zone Movie Boss Rush, are not quite out yet, as well as the event to grind up the equips for Sleepy Beerus is also not out yet. So, Global, this seems to be a monster W. I mean, it's much better that they just jam-pack a bunch of banners in a small window, maybe give out some extra, tickets or extra stones from events and stuff like that. I think it's much smarter to do that rather than just, hold on to them forever and stuff. Now, there's also major info that we talk about here. So they go over the actual, sync, info of the sync itself. All right, so they go over a lot of details of how the sync apparently is going to be handled. So let's take a look at this. So it seems like, as anticipated, once the worldwide download celebration hits, everything coming out on both versions from that point is going to be, both versions at the same time. So all of the events, Supreme Magnificent Battles, Red Zones, all EZAs, all characters that release, everything is going to be on both versions at the same time, which is going to be good. That's exactly what we're going to want to have happen. And then they further explain here that there are some differences. So it looks like characters that are different on Global and JP looks like they're going to remain different. So, for example, if we take a look at Super Easy Goku Black, who is right here, he's a little bit better on Global. His stats, his overall stats down here are a little bit higher. They're just going to leave that as is. I don't know what they're going to do with this guy. I have no idea how they're handling this guy and Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. I almost feel like they might not even Easy A this guy and Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, since they're completely different on Global and JP. Like, I mean, if we look at that PyCon, how could I pull it up quickly? This right here. You are on Timeless Legends right here, and then we could go pull up the PyCon. PyCon right here. So, like, look how different they are, including their stats. Now, Global, if these guys do Easy A, their base stats are incredibly high. Look at the difference in base stats. When this guy Easy A's, there's a formula they use for Easy A stats. This guy and Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, like, they basically don't even get an increase. It's so low. So I do kind of think that we're probably just not even going to see them Easy A, since they are essentially confirming that these characters are going to remain different. The characters that are already different. But seems to imply that moving forward, there's not going to be characters that are going to be different, right? So titles and designs of missions and events that are different from the JP version will stay the same. I mean, I assume this is mostly just talking about like the kind of like wonky Global translations for some stuff. I don't think that there's anything super meaningful to take from this part right here. I don't know that matters. Now, this last part down here, merchandise that could be different, including discounted stones and packs. And right here, due to various circumstances, such as different laws in different countries, it sounds to me like they mentioned that, like, the thing like the Pilaf Trove, which Global has, is going to stay, but JP is still not going to get that. Like, that's kind of the way I take away from that. So he also mentions that some of the start times for events between JP and Global could be different. That sounds dumb. We'll see if that's going to happen. Start and end dates of events or summons may differ between the Japanese and international versions. That's stupid. They probably shouldn't do that. We'll see what it's going to look like. Best not to panic before then. And then I want to get to the part. Yeah, here we go. So then he mentions regulations between various countries. So some of these are going to be sold differently between various versions as well. Then they get into the summon system. So since characters are showing up after their appearance in the Japanese version, we've been using a better summon system, right? Like some of the crazy Global discounts we've seen. Let's go ahead and go here. Let's just look at Gogeta and Broly, since that, like, we just look at the banner and you could see, like, how crazy the actual summons are. Right here, right? So we see how crazy this is right here, like how insane that is, right? So that's what they're talking about. That has been there because of the, JP basically being ahead of Global. To make our users enjoy an international version exclusive experience. So it sounds like after this, they're going to just look to have a different type of discount or something like that. Both versions will get a unified new summon system. To me, that sounds like there's going to be potentially, like, the Global discounts that we've seen, like, might more so just be on both versions rather than just kind of sticking to one. That's kind of the way I'm taking that to be. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to see anything as crazy as this again. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think so. But like there's gonna be potentially, so it seems as though everything is working out kind of like best case scenario for global, I think. So the Pilaf Trove is going to remain probably global only. I think there will still be discounts, maybe not as good discounts as some of the banners global has had, but there will still kind of be those discounts that global and JP are both going to get now. And then again, it seems like some things that are different already on the game are going to remain different, is just kind of the way I'm going to assume it's going to work, right? So there we go. Let me know what you guys think, but overall, I would say that this is a very, very, very good thing. I mean, we have UI Goku dropping. We have everything just looking super, super good. So, I'll continue to look around and, see if there's any other extra info we could talk about in here. But, yeah, I mean, it looks to me like Global Dokkan just caught a massive W. Seems as though the sync is going to be handled pretty much best case scenario. So I think we're looking good. So again, global players, remember, I think you're going to see TEQ UI Goku come out sometime in the next week. It could be tomorrow even, who knows? Probably more so like Monday or something like that over the next week. Then I think global is going to be seeing Topo on the 12th. We should be seeing Topo on the 12th. And then could Jiren show up on the 19th, the week after? The chances are not zero. So let me know what you guys think. But I would say global made out like bandits with all of this info.